Our school system taught us equation, algebra, etc., and how to memorize textbooks, but not how to escape the line of poverty. Right? Money is a very important factor in our existence as it were. So to escape poverty, there are some ideology we have to consider and work our way to a shift from traditional money mindsets. So on this video, we shall look into 4 factors we have to consider in our pursuit of financial independence that was not taught in school to us. The first one is why salaries alone don't build wealth. Only your salary may not be able to build wealth for you to become wealthy. You have to seek other streams of income while you still have your salary coming. Considering the manner at which cost of living keeps getting higher, it is only expected that we strive to raise in more naira to our income from other sources. There are several restrictions that lies with only depending on your salary. Number one, salary is limited. The salary is basically money for hours. You only have 24 hours to work for in a day, and there's only so much work you can do in that 24 hours to increase your earnings. That is where you should consider passive earnings. Passive income. Earning money while you are not active, even while you are sleeping. That is where you should channel your resources into building passive cash flow. So the second reason why salaries cannot build wealth is that salary gets heavily taxed. Salaries are one of the most taxed type of income. Therefore, when you depend only on your salary, right, after tax, you usually have little funds left to live on. In business and other sources of income, earnings are not heavily taxed. If you earn passively, it is lower taxes compared to your salaries. In businesses, there are different clauses with which you can use to evade tax or to pay little tax, right? But in salaries, it is fixed and there's no how that you can double your way out of it. So the third reason we'll be looking at why salaries cannot create wealth is inflation reduces salary power. The prices of things rise over time. During the recording of this video, inflation rate sits at 14% according to the National Bureau of Statistics, which is not the real inflation. If you want to know the real inflation, you have to go to the market and see the price or the prices of commodities in the market. That will give you a true value of inflation in the country. Therefore, if your salary increases slower than inflation, then your salary will buy less. The cash you manage to save over time loses value. This is where it is wise to invest your money, so it will appreciate in value possibly more than the inflation rate. So investment is key when you are dealing with inflation in the country, because whether you like it or not, inflation must always surface. But what are you doing to hedge against those inflation? That is what matters here. For your money or for your funds to not lose its value. Another factor we shall consider, you have to differentiate between income and assets. You have to differentiate between income and assets. Your income or salary is what comes into you regularly or occasionally. Income is money you earn mostly from time and energy committed towards productive activities. It's temporary because it stops if you stop working. The moment you stop working, your income stops. Assets, on the other hand, are things you own that have value and can make more money for you or grow in value even without any effort attached to it. So examples of assets, right? Example of assets are your stocks, you have businesses, real estate, intellectual properties, etc. Even your money saved in a high yield savings account, right? Your money saved in a high yield savings account is also an asset. You know why? Because it yields reasonable interest. Just by having your money in a high yield savings account is able to fight inflation, to hedge your funds against inflation. So it can be categorized as an asset. Basically, income is money you earn and assets are things you own. Income feeds you today, while asset builds your future. You should at least once in a while try to track your assets, right? You can do this by writing a list of what you own, right? That has economic value, and the value rises over time as you hold it. Rich people focus on turning income into assets, and this asset in turn produce more income over time for them. That is how compound growth starts, right? By flipping your income into asset and letting that asset work passively for you and returning income for you. To know that your income is not to be all expended on bills. Your budget should set aside 25%, maybe 20 or 25% of your income towards savings or investment. Your savings for investment is how you pay yourself first. So you will do a pay yourself first type of budget. Meaning as your income comes in, you remove 20 or 25% and set it aside. So it is the remaining that used to take care of the bills that comes or the bills that you have. This 20 to 25% that you save for investment, this will be your working capital to acquire assets that can grow in value and that can appreciate or that can create passive income cash flow into your bank account or into your finances. If you can relate to any of this and you are getting value from this video, please hit that subscribe button now, and don't forget to like and share this video with that person you know that needs to see this. So now let's get back to the video. The thing that we'll consider that we're not taught in school is why the rich think long term. The rich people think long term because they know time multiplies money, time multiplies choices, and time ultimately multiplies opportunities. They focus on where they want to be in the next 5 to 20 years and not this weekend or the end of the month. The rich does not think in days or months. They only think in years and decades. The poor mostly think short term because of the lack mindset, while the rich think long term because they believe in time leverage. That is the power of compounding, be it skills, be it building values, or be it wealth. They build things that take time and know that the world will be in decades. They don't expect overnight success whatsoever. The rich values freedom more than fast pleasure. Rich people often delay gratification. That is, they delay buying of the nice things now, even if they can afford to save enough and buy assets later. The rich think in goals, right? They set goals, not in paydays. Instead of asking, how much will I make in this month? They think, what am I building over the next 5 to 10 years? This mindset turns small steps into big wins. They know wealth is a habit and not luck. Wealth mostly comes from investment and patience. A poor mindset always think right now, now, while the middle class mindset thinks by the end of the month or by the end of the year. But wealth mindset thinks in years or decades, say between 5 to 20 years from now. That is the time range that they think, whatever that they're doing. So I believe that you've got valuable information from this video, right? You've known what we're not taught in school, right? And it's now left for you to dig deep into these points that I've raised and do more research on them. So you self-educate and know the things that it is that we're not taught in school that we would learn ourselves and build wealth for ourselves and our families. So lastly, guys, wealth is not built on luck. It is built on information followed with execution, right? So please do well to like and share this video. Let it get to people that needs to hear this, right? And also do well to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.